In the annals of history, a remarkable transformation took place in a remote corner of Kenya. It was a moment when the fate of a nation hung in the balance. Stay tuned as we unravel the captivating story of how an African fig tree bore witness to the birth of Queen Elizabeth II, forever shaping the legacy of the British monarchy. Back in the heart of the British Empire, the scene was somber. King George VI, known for his struggle with a debilitating stutter, had been battling illness. His health had been in decline for months, concealed from the public eye. Yet, he had one final duty to perform before his daughter's life took a profound turn. In the crisp January air of London Airport, a crowd bid farewell to Princess Elizabeth as she embarked on a months-long tour of the Commonwealth. It was a mission bestowed upon her by her ailing father, who, despite his weakened state, appeared well and cheerful that day. Little did they know it would be their final goodbye. Africa, with its vast landscapes and burgeoning wildlife, was the backdrop for a journey that would change the course of history. The princess and her husband, Philip, ventured into the Kenyon Wilderness. The year was 1952, and the British colony was fraught with tensions as the Mau Mau campaign had erupted. Their destination was Treetops Hotel, perched high in the branches of an ancient fig tree, overlooking a waterhole and salt lick. Here, amid the whispers of the forest and the watchful eyes of local men, the young royals found sanctuary. Jim Corbett, a renowned naturalist and big game hunter, stood guard through the night, shotgun in hand, shielding the couple from curious leopards. As the days passed, each marked by adventures and wildlife encounters, far from their homeland, Princess Elizabeth captured the essence of Africa with her handheld movie camera. Yet, on a fateful morning of February 6, 1952, a quiet reflection would replace the usual excitement of their African escapades. News of King George VI's passing reached them. In a land where communication was a challenge, the message took hours to arrive, delivered from Philip's private secretary to Elizabeth. Without fanfare, without ceremony, a new queen was born. The newspaper headlines echoed the momentous shift, "Long live Queen Elizabeth." But amidst the formalities, it was evident that the weight of her new role weighed heavily on her. On the flight back to London, the Queen briefly retreated to the privacy of the plane's lavatory, shedding tears in solitude. Her face, when she emerged, bore the stoic composure expected of a monarch. Arriving back in London, a black dress awaited her. The following day, she made her proclamation to the world, acknowledging the profound change in her life, promising to follow in her father's footsteps. The coronation, a spectacle of grandeur, took place on June 2, 1953, in Westminster Abbey, broadcast on television for the first time. Queen Elizabeth II, a young woman thrust into the spotlight by the African wilderness and the hand of fate, had embarked on a historic reign. Her pledge to the world was clear, a life devoted to the service of her people. And so, a story that began in the shadows of an African fig tree continued in the hallowed halls of a grand abbey as a new era dawned for the British monarchy.